if we're acting a little on the tired side, it's like 1:30
We're white.
in the morning. What? Okay, let's get that out of the way right away. We're white. Okay, welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews, and we're doing the movie...
We're reviewing Straight Out of Compton.
Straight Out of Compton. No, we're not doing that the whole time. Yes.
Now, how we do this,
Alright.
if you're unfamiliar with unprofessional movie reviews, please like and subscribe. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, no, thank you. Okay. Hey, the posh white dude already said it. Like and subscribe before we get anywhere, and comment. Tell us if you saw Straight Outta Compton, and if you did, what you thought about it. Yeah. That would be great. And if you didn't go see it, why not? Okay. Alright, the way this works is we're going to give you a quick little synopsis, really quick, and then we're going to give you the positives and the negatives. Then we're going to give it a tailorized rating out of 1 to 10. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to burp. Okay, you want to take over with a quick little synopsis?
Sure. This is a rapper biopic about the rap group Niggas with Attitude, NWA, which comprises the members Ice Cube, Eazy-E, MC Ren, and Dr. Dre,
and was it DJ Yella?
DJ Yella.
Yeah, and DJ Yella.
Yeah.
I believe that there was some people in and some people out in the real world, but this one focuses on that group.
Yeah, that core group.
Yeah, the core group.
I've already forgotten the names of the actors, except for O'Shea Jackson.
Well, we got O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son playing him, and then you keep going with the synopsis.
Yeah. Well, it basically starts out with them growing up in Compton, and then their aspirations to be musicians grow, and they hook up with their drug dealer friend, Eric Eazy-E Wright, who gives them their first starting money to create an album, who ends up becoming the lead vocalist on their first single. And they form a tight bond, they lose their tight bond, they form a tight bond, they lose a tight bond, dealing with other villainous music producers like Jerry, whatever, and Suge Knight.
Yeah, Jerry Heller. Okay, yeah, so pretty much... Yeah, we got it. It's that group going through all the shit they went through, and then actually, I'd say it gets to Eazy-E's untimely death, and it pretty much ended after that. And okay, now we can actually get into our positives. First positive I'm gonna give, and who the heck thought I was gonna give this positive? I'm gonna give it up for O'Shea Jackson Jr. Holy crap, man! It's a really good performance.
Yes.
He was playing his dad.
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, well, he's only playing his dad. I can't play my dad in a movie. Are you fucking serious? I did a little bit of acting in high school, and if somebody's like, all right, Mark, be your dad, I'd be like, fuck that noise. I would never want... That is crazy pressure, all right? That is crazy.
Yeah.
He did a really, really good performance.
He even interacted with a version of himself.
Yeah. A little kid walked around.
Briefly.
Yeah. That was some weird meta shit going on.
Yeah, it was but it was cool.
And yeah, and then performances all around. Jason Mitchell as Eazy-E. Mm-hmm. Really fucking good too.
All of the core group's spinning image.
Yeah, I got one.
Were great too.
I'll get one. I'll get two in the negatives about one of their performances, but overall, even G-Money, for the most part, I really enjoyed too. Mm-hmm. We'll get to just the third act of the whole movie, and a lot of he was a lot of the problems of the third act, I think. But we'll get to that later. But for the most part, Giamatti knocked it out really well. Oh, you got anything besides performances?
The soundtrack is amazing.
Yes. Now, don't mix up soundtrack and score.
We'll get to that in the negatives.
Okay.
The soundtrack is amazing. I really like how they mixed in the new actors and the old recordings and, weaved them in. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked the rapper cameos. I thought that was cool. I liked seeing the actors playing Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Sorry if that's spoiler to some people. But
Corey Hawkins played Dre. That's who we haven't got yet.
Okay. But that was neat to see. The moments that I remember being brought up again I watched a lot of VH1 growing up. I
watching
love the
music and
90s.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love the 90s. They talked a lot about the incident in Detroit. They also talked about another.
That's one of my
It's cool
positives.
to see those
I
dramatized.
really liked all the scenes where they're doing the concerts, and it's towards the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you which one I like the most. A lot of people are saying the Detroit concert, like I heard critics just raving about that scene. They all were really good. Like, if a performance was that good in real life, like, man, I really got to go see NWA in their next tour. Like, holy shit, that's really good. And then, of course, when they get arrested for singing their song "Fuck the Police" in Detroit, that part in the first half of that movie and all that, I think was just gold. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's really good movie making right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Let's see. I had another one. You tell one and I'll remember what I was going to say.
I think I actually covered most because most of mine was, F. Gary Gray is the guy who directed this. I really liked a lot of the shit he was doing, especially towards the beginning, for the first and second act. I really liked. He did a little bit too much on the shaky cam there was a scene where he's running from the cops in the beginning, and that I was like, it's too shaky. You can add effect, man. You can shake, but don't make it invisible. But for the most part, his directing I thought was great. His director of photography did really well. I really enjoyed the way he told this story, and when it comes to musical biopics, I'm gonna have to discuss with my inner head if this is not my favorite one now, because I watched James Brown's earlier today, and I was like, I might like this one more than Johnny Cash's, which has always been my favorite biopic, is Walk the Line. I might like Straight Outta Compton more than Walk the Line, because Walk the Line had a little bit of problems too, but it's all around a decent movie.
Yeah,
I really liked this film, and it made me smile a lot, and it made me just, I really liked it. If you got any more?
No, I think I'm good. I think we can move on to negatives.
Okay, let's go on to negatives. But before I go on to negatives, I will state that these do not overpower my positives.
Right.
I still walked out of this movie
with the intention of buying the DVD.
Yes, and I will. Okay, negatives.
I'm going to start with my biggest negative. The score for this movie is a total buzzkill.
Yeah.
It ruins
it definitely
otherwise touching, deep scenes.
At least 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to feel tension. The actors are adding tension, everything, but you have like this
ruins it. Like strings coming up, and it's like I was feeling it until the soundtrack ruined it.
It was a really bad,
also abrupt
really bad
endings
score
to those same scenes as well.
Yeah,
like it seems like every time they build tension with me, or they try to build tension with music, they have to cut the scene prematurely and move on to the next thing. And
so,
it's like,
as we were saying earlier, don't confuse score with soundtrack.
Right.
Soundtrack was awesome because it mostly was NWA, and that's an amazing group. Mm-hmm. But the score, the ambient noise, it was too much.
And the actors had really big rapping talents too, but the score just...
Oh, yeah. It was too much. My biggest, and I know of a lot of critics are saying this, the ending completely falls apart in my eyes. And I really feel like F. Gary Gray just left. I feel like he had nothing to do with the last, 30 minutes. Yeah. And that's... The camera changes, the performances aren't as good. You don't take it up.
Weak all of a sudden.
The script falls apart. It was written alright, this is what we need by the end of the scene, and you can figure it out from there. Right. That's what it felt like. And yes, you like the other rapper cameos, and I didn't dislike the fact they did them. I disliked how they did them. Yeah. He's just sitting, hitting a beat, and I'm like, oh, he's playing that. That reminds me of that Snoop Dogg song. Then Snoop Dogg comes up. He's like, oh, I got something for this. Yeah, that's I'm tight. Like, a 5-year-old can write this scene.
Let's write an iconic song.
Yeah, right and then he just improvised, which Snoop probably did. But still, they could have done that scene better. That's in a lot of the bringing in the
better.
Yeah, or it could have been something more than just. It felt like written by committee scene.
Well,
like, the producers had to have that.
It seemed that way with a lot of the setups for the songs in general. Because when you write a song, you can't just pick a random song and then put words to it and boom, gold. You have to workshop and you have to change words so that they fit the music. You have to work on your vocal patterns.
That's why
so
the beginning songs they did that, and that's what I really liked about them.
No, they didn't.
Well, Easy's one.
No,
all right, stop. Do it again. Stop. Do it again.
No, they did that because he was missing the beat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he just stepped into it and knew how to rap.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that was weak, but I accepted it because it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
That didn't bother me so much until it started happening over and over.
Over again.
And then it was like, okay, so rap is just something that happens.
Okay, and then one more thing with my shoe-in, and then I'll be done with my negatives, and you can get to them. The Rodney King riots, I know were a big deal at this time. Trust me, I know. But it didn't affect the story. It didn't. It didn't actually change. We already got a lot of police violence.
With that.
I think it didn't do anything. Sure, it helped build the scene. We could put a time to this, but they didn't have anything to do with them. They didn't go out and fight. But I feel like it was just thrown in there.
I would disagree with that because
that was how I felt.
I don't know how it affected the people. Like, I don't know how it affected Eazy-E. I don't know how it affected Dr. Dre. I don't know how it affected Ice Cube. I don't know how they felt about it.
Okay. But it's still, like, I felt like, all right, when they actually, like, drive down and you see the riots going on, not that. But when they're just sitting down watching the news, I felt like that didn't add anything to any story, and they could have cut all that out.
Well, that's how you feel.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt.
But people who feel, or at the time felt, subject to police brutality in L.A.,
all the other scenes added that. I got the police brutality in the first 10 minutes, and that was great. I didn't have to kept getting reminded about Rodney King.
Well,
I felt like it was just added in.
Maybe you didn't.
Okay, whatever.
And also, there might be a political thing to that too, because like everybody knows, and I'm sorry, what I mean is that there's a growing feeling that this type of police violence is still as accepted. I'm not saying whether it is or isn't. I'm apolitical on this issue. I'm just saying that this aspect of the movie is drawing more attention to that and reminding people.
I'm not talking about the aspect. I was saying those specific scenes did nothing. We got plenty of the well done police stuff, and we got reminded of it 100 times in the movie. We did. I felt like it was another throw it in for no reason. I don't know. Whatever. We can move on to the other
100 different things we could talk about it. We could go on all night. My biggest negative about character development is the villains in this movie I thought were weak. The first villains you have are the police.
Yep.
Who obviously know what they're doing is wrong. And they're doing it because they're evil fucks.
Yeah.
And that's not how it works. They do it because they think they're doing the right thing by oppressing young black men. They don't do it because, haha, I've got the power over you, you're weak, I'm strong. Because I've got the power of the law on my side. That's not how it worked. They did it because what they thought they were doing was right. And this movie just set up every police officer as a villain. Like an evil, almost Disney-level villain. Where they're just like, the looks on their faces, they look pissed off, like the cop in Detroit.
Yeah.
That dude had serious, Voldemort face. like I'm the bad guy in this.
Yeah, he totally did.
I will fuck everything up in your world because I want to, because I like it. And that's not how characters are. It's shallow. It's not development.
Yeah, they're flat.
And I felt the same way about the. It's hard to make a biopic about a pioneer in their field and not have it be about, we're together, now we're apart. I'm together with this guy, now we're apart. I'm going alone. And that's what this movie did with music producers. It was musical producer, musical chairs. And I'm sure that's how it actually happened. I don't doubt it, but I don't know if we needed to jump from one musical producer to the other. I think we could have either had Jerry Hall or Suge Knight. Or Heller.
Jerry Heller.
Or Suge Knight. I don't think we needed both of them. I don't think they both needed as much focus.
See, I would agree to you if I didn't watch the third act. I mean, the third act really did bring in the Suge Knight, and it seemed like a lot of his stuff came out of left field, and I'm like, oh, now I have to fear this guy when he didn't seem like a bad guy earlier,
right.
And then I was like, wow. And another thing with Jerry Heller is I didn't get the idea that he was the bad guy until later, too. And
right.
It was like...
But they were also very flat villains. There was no redeeming quality to either of them. Other than the fact that Jerry Heller legitimately seemed to care, even though he was...
At one point,
he was completely taking advantage of Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, he did seem to care, but not enough to where it was a redeeming human quality, which you need in a villain in order for a plot to succeed. I know this is history, but it's also kind of one-sided, and kind of makes it seem fictional when it's that one-sided. Yeah,
you get into a really harsh or hard territory when you do musical biopics. Is not everyone is perfect, and most musicians are not. Yeah, they got their amazing moments, but they also got their other ones.
Right.
This did seem a little more on the one-sided than I like. Now
all the NWA guys are the good guys.
Yeah.
And everyone else that was against them is bad guys.
We got a little bit of their hard sides. Which I was happy
not
with.
their bad sides, though.
No.
Nothing where we'd be like, ooh, that guy's kind of a shitty person.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they were. I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm just saying that it turns into fiction when you have heroes and villains. I'm just saying that.
Yep.
And it's that flat. And this movie was that flat.
For a lot of it. Okay, let's move on to ratings.
Sure. You go first.
Okay, I'm giving this 6.5 out of 10, rolling 6 4s. This is bumping.
And I gave it 6.5 out of 10 squashed beefs.
Oh.
Because they squashed beefs in this movie. Spoilers, if you don't know how history works.
Okay, then there you go. Like and subscribe. Tell us what you thought about the movie if you saw it, and then follow us on Twitter at official capital M capital or capital U capital M capital R official UMR, and like and follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Tell us if you disagree with something we said, or if you think we're ignorant on the subject. School Mark on his old school rap knowledge. Don't school me because I admit that I don't know much.
I don't know a lot, but
you know more than I do for sure.
I like rap. Bye!